Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us today on this lovely morning.
Here in Andalusia, and guess what? We've bought a castle.
Bought this little ruin, haven't we?
Yeah, quite a big ruin actually. Joking, of course. No, this is, we're at the castle. It's just like 5 minutes walk from the house, so we thought we'll start the vlog up here, somewhere a little bit different, somewhere quite special actually. Every time I come up here I go, gosh, it's so nice up here. We need to come up here every day. But then you get bored of it.
You just take it for granted what's on your doorstep. But it is absolutely stunning. Views to the national park, one way over the village, to more mountains, and then we were treated to the vultures. Got up here and all the vultures come out again. So
yeah, so it's lovely.
Pretty amazing.
So if you see the title of this video, you'll see we are... Oh, what did we call the video again?
Back to by popular demand. By
popular demand, that's the one. Yeah, so basically we had a very interesting response from the last vlog. We said no more van build videos, that's it. We didn't think that people were interested that much. We thought they were kind of a little bit boring. But it seems that from the comments section, and that's all we really have to go on, the feedback said that you really enjoyed the van build videos. But we're not going to completely go van build. We're going to mix it up again. Like we said, we're going to share some scenes, share places like this, share the local area, try and do a bit of advice about travel and van life and all that kind of thing, as well as a little bit of van build stuff.
Yeah, we're going to try and please everyone, even though you can't please everyone, but we're going to, lots of spices in the mix, so we're going to try and add a bit of variety. This is a family variety show after all.
Family variety show. We haven't made loads of progress on the van since last week's vlog. We had some really bad weather actually. 4 or 5 days of heavy rain, and it's very difficult. I mean, you can't even kind of open the van door without the rain coming in, so it's just really tricky to do anything. It's actually getting worse now, isn't it?
I think it's time to call it a day at the van.
Ah! So progress has been really slow. But in today's video we're doing something a little bit different, because yesterday on our socials we put out a questionnaire. Not questionnaire, does anyone want to know any questions about us, about life,
ask
about
any
travels?
questions.
Ask any questions. And we had quite a big response, didn't we?
Didn't expect it. Expected like 1 or 2. Handful.
We thought we might get 10 questions to answer or something. We've got loads, so we're going to crack on with some of those during the vlog.
Getting all sorts today, guys. As we've got so many questions from you to answer, we thought we'd smash out a few real quick.
We're going to do some quick fire answers, questions.
Well, hopefully the answers will be quick fire as well. Okay, let's go, let's roll with it.
Okay, so on Facebook, Kitty Anderson Simon says, have you ever travelled to the USA and do you plan to?
Have travelled, but when I was 11, plan to go, yes, when we can get the dogs over there somehow.
Yeah, on a ship. We can't put them on a flight because they're too scared, and we wouldn't want to do that to them. Okay, Karen Teller, this is for me actually. Did the fur babies give you gifts for Mother's Day? No, they didn't, but every day with my fur babies is a gift anyways.
You got kisses, loads of them.
Loads of kisses. Bob Taylor, what did you do for work before Travels and Adventure?
Worked in an office, shift work in an office, before that catering.
I worked in hospitality. Nick worked in sort of customer service type roles in an office. Nothing exciting. Jerry Van, how do you stay in Spain for so long? Do you have a visa? No, we're permanent residents.
Hiding.
Hiding.
Good, find good hiding places and
in
stick with them.
castle walls. Peter Finch asks, do you plan an explorers get together in the UK?
Yes, we will plan.
Yes, we
hopefully there'll be some sort of van festival. If not, we'll arrange it at a campsite or a really good park.
It would be really, really lovely to meet some of our subscribers and just all hang out in our vans or not in our vans and meet your doggies and all that sort of thing. We planned to do that for the last couple of years, but it's been winter and it's always difficult to get people out in winter. So this time, 100%.
Not so quick that one, was it? 5-word max answer.
Charlie! Don't go wandering off.
Come here.
You stay here with Mummy, good boy. So here's another little set of questions, and this time they're from YouTube. So, Jilly Higginbottom 1487, have you considered moving back to the UK?
No.
Poet 1952 asks Sarah, have you considered a line in textiles? I will be taking my full-size sewing machine and sewing gear in the new van build. Nick doesn't know about this yet, so you better find a space for it.
I think she should sell these little phone bags or glasses cases or pens or tools or whatever. They're brilliant. What do you think, guys?
So, at Faith Rider, when does it get unbearably hot in Andalusia, and is there somewhere that you can escape the heat?
It gets unbearably hot. July and August in our village is just too hot. Anywhere inland. Escape the heat. Head to the mountains.
Escape
to the mountains.
Head to the mountains, or in the probably the northern Spain. Northern Spain would be the closest place to when it gets really, really hot.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a few questions from YouTube. One from Amy Ross 9671. You're very motivated. When the weather is rubbish, how do you keep focused?
We don't, basically. That's why we live in Andalusia.
That's why we never film in the rain, because we're not focused.
We're not motivated. We hate the bad weather.
Okay, one from Pageant IFD, if that's correct. What's the future for Vinny?
Oh, bless him. We want to keep him forever. We don't know how. We don't know if it's possible, but that's it.
We're hoping to buy just a little stone house somewhere with a bit of land, just so Vinny can park there and retire.
Basically.
That's it. Okay, another one from Warm Breeze 43. Do you like getting back home after a long trip away?
Hell yes. It's lovely to have like hot showers and more space and unlimited everything, and yeah, and just all the little home comforts, and yeah, just house life is quite nice after a long trip away in the van for months on end.
Yeah, can I just say, like, people go full time, but it is nice to break up trips, you know, to come back and rejuvenate, relax and creature comforts and stuff, and then plan the next trip.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice.
Don't get me wrong, I think we could totally do full-time van life, and I think it would suit us, and I don't think we would miss our house terribly, because we don't feel like homesick when we're away, but it is nice, and that was the question.
From a Motorhome Mums, have to choose one, a morning coffee or a morning hike in a beautiful location.
Oh gosh, it has to be coffee. Sorry, beautiful location, it'd have to be a coffee for me.
See, if
you had to choose one, so if you couldn't have a coffee or you couldn't have the hike.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Well, the coffee's probably going to be in a beautiful location. We're going to say that, aren't we?
Yeah. So last set of questions from Instagram for Nick. Well, I'm just saying they're for Nick. Ready? Who's your favourite YouTuber?
Mark Rabier.
That's from travel.van.world. Jay Carney, what kind of work did you do before you retired?
Retired? You call this retired?
This is the hardest job we've ever done, believe it or not.
It's the best job we've done, probably, but it's the hardest job we've done. We work more hours now than we ever did when we were working.
Yeah, it does take time to make these videos, and it does take a lot of focus, it's a lot of pressure, a lot of emails and admin work. There's a lot that goes into it, believe it or not. But yes, as Nick said, it is the best job we have ever done, and we've just talked about the jobs that we had before. Annie Mac 110 has asked, if you were starting out in van life for the very first time, what would your must-have essential items be?
Ooh, I'd say a van, a dog, and a poop shovel.
And a whistle kettle.
And a whistle kettle. Poop shovel is a must, you know, when you're in the wild, go and dig a hole, bury your poop, and done.
Don't leave a trace and all that. We are going to show you the van and go down there and do a bit of work later on in the vlog, and we have got a few more, actually, what I've got written down, quick fire questions on the way back down, and then a little bit later on we'll do more questions that are not quick fire.
Love to give you a bit of history on this castle, actually, because it is a beautiful castle, but we don't want to divulge our exact location.
Yeah.
We don't want you all hunting us down.
Are we scared, Diz? Diz is scared. Every time he turns around, she's definitely on heat, and Dizzy was trying to get up there, even though he's got no, you know, bits.
Okay, just a few more questions for now from Facebook. One from Mike Colleen Ulete, I think. Why did we leave Australia?
Oh, because we're not Australian and our visas ran out. So we were there for a couple of years and that was it. They kicked us out.
The question from Marina Caplays. She asks, if you weren't YouTubers, what job would you be doing?
Ooh, I'm not sure about that. What would you be doing?
Either a dog walker or an astronaut. One of the two.
Either that or comedian.
Bobby Oliver asked, do you think you could continue your travels without a base in Andalusia?
Yes, but I kind of feel like we need a base, because if you don't have a base, how would you do like your car insurance and stuff like that? And your medical.
True.
I kind of feel like you need to be somewhere. I mean, people use their friend's address, family's address, stuff like that. But for us, if we don't have a house here, we've got no ties to Spain, which means we legally can't live here.
And you need stuff to be sent somewhere. You know, we can't take all our adventure gear with us, so we need somewhere to store that thing. So
I thought you meant like birthday cards and Christmas cards.
Well, that as well. Right, final question for now. Andrew Hodder asks, will Dizzy and Charlie have their own bed in the van, or will they sleep in ours?
Oh gosh, don't be stupid. They'll sleep in ours. We've always tried to make Dizzy and Charlie have their own bed and sleep in a different bed. But of course, they just get in. They're sneaking in the night. They'll be sleeping in ours. Okay, guys. Well, that's all for the questions for now. I think we did quite well then, though.
I think we answered all of them.
That was like 30 questions or 20 or something like that. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, so we're going to get back to the house, make some food, and then suppose we best get down to the van.
Woohoo!
And carry on with the build. So anyway, guys, what are you thinking of our side terraced greenery? All these plants have done so well with all the rain that we've had recently. Looking good, isn't it? Looking lush. Not really. Don't know whether you noticed, they're artificial fake plants. So much easier.
They can probably see that they're fake.
They're quite realistic though, quite happy with it. You know, you just set them up and then that's it. You don't have to worry about watering or anything like that. And it's looking kind of tropical here.
Anyway, lunch is served. We've got seitan, we've got avocado, tomatoes, walnuts, 3 different types of greens, spinach, rocket, watercress. We've got all sorts of bits and bobs going on there. And we even got dessert, look. Some little figs. Coming up. Ooh.
Yeah, oh, nearly lost it all. That does look like an amazing salad.
It's actually really, really good. And I've got right into mine really quickly. Nick hasn't even started his yet because he's just filming and stuff. Now, this is broken a 40-hour fast. I was going to do 48 hours and I was like, oh, sod that, I'm too hungry.
I just did my standard 18. I think I'll just sleep for like 20 hours of it if I did a 40-hour fast. Anyway, this is nice. We haven't sat on the roof terraced and had a meal, lunch or anything.
For ages.
Such a long time.
I was actually tempted to sit on the lounges rather than here, but then I said no, we'll just fall asleep afterwards if we do that. And we really have to crack on with some build this afternoon.
Quick coffee and a little bit of research on windows for vans. Do you get a sliding or do you get an awning style? It's hard, but we want to get as panoramic as possible, so I think partly that's going to make the decision for us.
Yeah, so we are going for the awning style in the back door, which can be opened whilst we're cooking. So it's just the one in the side door that we're undecided about, because we originally thought a panoramic sliding window, but then since the last vlog, a lot of folk are saying that the awning style windows are better for various reasons. So it's sort of back to square one on that, trying to figure out what's best for us, really.
Well, forget the windows and just let me out the van with that hole driller. Loads of holes and put laminate sheet.
I'm not sure if that'd be allowed on the camperisation papers.
Oh, we need to drill a little hole in the roof for the periscope, don't we?
So many options. How do you decide? So we finally made it out, off down to the van to get on with some little jobsies. We've got our little mate who's coming with us. Where is he? And little Diz has decided that he's quite happy to stay back home, guard the house for the small price of a treat.
He's happy now, so he realises he's got a job, he's got a role, he's head of security, he needs to look after the house.
He'd much rather have a treat and be with his blanket in the house and come down to the van and sing to us. He prefers the security role than the singing role.
Starting to lose his voice as well, all the singing. As you can see, this week, since last week's vlog, what we've done is we've unbuilt the van and then we rebuilt it to the state it was before. So it looks like we've done nothing, but actually we've done loads of stuff.
Have we?
No, we haven't really. We just made a mess. We have secured one piece of framing across the bulkhead. This lovely piece of wood here, attached securely here. The bed will be attached to that. Yes!
We put those in. 2 little extra pieces for our fronts to sit on. We've also put a beam across there. As we mentioned in the beginning of the vlog, in our defence we did have 4 whole days of rain since filming the last vlog.
So what's happening, darling?
Right, we are in bed construction mode, figuring out how we're going to secure the bed, how we're going to make the bed, how it's all going to happen. We've got lots of ideas. We've been talking about it all day yesterday and quite a lot of the day today. I think we know what we're doing, ish, if we can know what we're doing.
We knew what we were doing last night.
We knew what we were doing last night.
And this morning we don't know what we're doing.
Just changed our minds again.
Anyway, darling, got another question for you. This is on YouTube from Kermit Sai. I think it's Kermit Sai. I'm not wearing my glasses, so it could be wrong, but they ask, will your first trip in the new van be to the UK?
Yes, it will, Kermit, because we've mentioned this a few times. I think we've mentioned it a few times. We want to go and see our families and our parents and things like that, and we've still got so much to explore there, like Scotland and Cornwall and loads of places. This is from Kelly Wright 734 on YouTube, and it's, what's the one place you want to visit but haven't, and what's the one place you have been to and would stay for a few weeks? So that's 2 questions.
Oh, cheeky. One place want to visit and haven't. Okay, in the van, Greece and Turkey, where we're heading to next. And
at the end of the year.
At the end of the year,
hopefully.
And I want to go to the Philippines and Japan and India. That's 3 places. You asked 2 questions, I'll give you 3 answers.
What's the one place you have been to and would go back and stay for a few weeks because you liked it so much?
Oh, so many.
Actually.
I'd say one of my favourites was the Dolomites, northern lakes of Italy.
Yeah, definitely. We want to go back there and spend a lot more time there for sure. It was so amazing.
Loves going for a swim in the river or whatever, but today he's a bit funny, especially now he's just licking.
Got a little lick on. You got a little lick on, Diz. But as we said, there's so many lovely places. From Gelsmore 7266 on YouTube, do we both speak Spanish?
Reasonable amount actually. We're not fluent, but we can hold a conversation and get by.
And we can deal with most things that we need to deal with here in Spain. But we are continuing to learn, and I'm sure one day, soon, we'll be fluent.
Just after we finish this build first. So while Sarah's just trying to peel off this really annoying label, don't you hate it when that happens? Makes a right mess. Rebecca Salt 26 on YouTube would like us to give a shout out to Boo Boo, who's not very well.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
And she'd also like just to hear us say Boo Boo.
Oh, hey Boo Boo. Hope you get better soon, whoever Boo Boo is.
It's a funny name for a husband. Boo Boo is her cat.
Oh, Boo Boo!
Is it? Yes, cat. And what does that say?
What's the question? Is there a question?
No, that was just a shout out. And Aral8253, his cat Charcoal has lost his voice.
Oh no! What does that sound like?
Anyway, that was a bit weird. I got a few questions from Instagram. First of all, apologies for the sound of the strimmer. The guys strimming over there. There's always sounds of the village. Considering our village is quite quiet, whenever we want to film, there always seems to be strimmers or cars going past, or someone leaving their engine, or the bread man coming past beeping his horn.
The sounds of the village.
Sounds of the village. Anyway, okay, we've got a question from Trist and Kez. Juicy questions.
Oh, hi guys.
Do you regret the van build?
Oh.
We didn't really have a choice.
We didn't really, yeah. We travelled to Germany to pick up a van. It was already built. And at the time, we didn't think we'd have to do a van build. We were like, yes, we've got out of it.
Yes.
And little did we know what was waiting for us just around the corner. So, do we regret it? No, we have no regrets whatsoever. We think it's going to be amazing, and we're going to know how everything works, and it's going to just be the best time ever once the van is finished. But
I probably wouldn't do another one. Probably not going to turn into a career. Probably not going to go, oh, well, should we just change the layout?
If we had our time again, we'd just buy a motorhome.
Yeah, buy an old motorhome and just kit it up, kit it out. So, another question on Instagram from Hippie Deepy Vegan Wanderer.
That's Joyce. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce. She asked, when you find a beautiful property in Spain, would you like to start a community? For example, some people are trying to buy an abandoned village together. Would you be interested in that sort of thing?
No. Although that sounds lovely, we live in a village, we live in a community here in our house, and we're actually quite private people. So if we buy a property in Spain, another property like some land or something, we kind of want some land not with lots of people, because we've got here in the village with lots of people.
Moment of truth, has she cut it right? That looks like a pretty messy cut to me.
That's hard. Simple little thing like this, it still takes blinking ages, doesn't it?
Another question from Instagram from Grand Rover from Dorset. Are you considering longer trips outside of Europe? Over to you, Sarah.
Yes, we are considering longer trips outside of Europe, because Morocco, for a start, that's just over there actually, but that is actually part of Africa, and we will be going there for a prolonged period of time, maybe, I don't know, a couple of months, maybe go even further, deeper into Africa. Plus, if we go over the other half of Turkey, because half of it's in Europe and I believe half of it's in Asia. Looks better than it did though, didn't it? Look at that. I am happy with it, but we're not screwing it down yet. We're not screwing it down yet because we want to carpet, like, you know, this section and stuff, and when we carpet this section, we want to, like, you know, lift the carpet, lift the lino up to carpet that section. Another tiny job done, I suppose.
We're answering your question, so you have to answer this one. If you've got lino in your van, do you stick it down? Do you glue it down?
Because we haven't.
In this build, we're trying not to use glue. Our whole thing of unbuilding the van and struggling with glues and screws, we want to use as least amount of glue and screw as possible.
In case we have to unload it. We mentioned that in the last vlog actually, didn't we?
We probably won't have to, but you know, you
never know.
You never
ever know what's just around the corner, guys. So do you know what? You got to make the most of your life. You got to stay happy, be happy every single moment of every single day.
Find those little happy moments.
Find those little happy moments, grab them, get them in your pocket, keep them forever. Hold on to them, keep looking. Give it here!
Shut up!
This is another thing that's backed by popular demand. A couple of people asked if I could dance. Love it, love it, love it. Lovely castle. This is my castle dance. Castles get me in the mood for dancing. It's kind of a cathedral. Mix of a penguin.
Inspiration from the old Batman movies. That's just a jog on the spot.
Just a little jig, just some sort of dance. Just for, you know, 10 seconds or so in each vlog. Probably different dances in each vlog, not the same.
This is the last time we move this. Like a little gnome, a little pixie or something. Sat on a little toadstool, don't know why.
Now we've secured it with these, they're all screwed in. It's safe to sit on. Just picturing it, picturing this high up bed. That's why we're having a step. This is quite nice and really comfortable. Look at me, loads of room. I can almost sleep this way. And you could sleep there. We don't even need to add all these slats and make a proper bed.
So good marriage is all about compromise. You have to compromise. When marriages end in divorce, it's because there's no compromise.
He always says this when he's about to say something stupid that he knows that I'm not going to like.
Right. No, we're thinking how the dogs can get up. So we're going to have this triangular step here. We've figured it's going to come up to that bolt, so it's going to be quite a large step. It's about like that.
So me sat here, I want to be able to put my feet on the step, and you can see I can put my feet on the step if that's the step.
We're just hoping that that's enough space between that and the walls for the dogs to hop up on there and then get up there. If not, don't worry, Peritos. I have the plan for you. So we've got some brackets here, so I'm thinking we could put a bracket here and then a seat would come up here, which would be about the same height as this unit here, and that's about halfway up. So then the dogs could jump up to this and then up to the top, or you could use it as a little seat when you're admiring the view out there.
So basically, Nick thinks we're going to make a mini sofa about half the size of this sofa for the dogs.
I initially said it as a joke, but I actually think it's a really good idea, because it just gives it more shape, more character, more quirkiness.
So I'm going to ask Nick the next question, and it's from Anki Seegers, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, on Facebook. Can you tell us how old your furry babies are?
10 years old now. We found them, they're rescue dogs, so we don't know the exact date.
Have you ever been in the Netherlands?
I've been to Amsterdam 3 or 4 times, and I've been to Rotterdam.
Ooh.
I know you don't count Amsterdam, but I've been to Rotterdam on a little football tour when I was about 15, 16, when I used to play football.
Really?
Yep. We played one game and it got called off because they were cheating.
Really?
Yeah, my manager walked off.
What kind of work do you do, or are you millionaires?
We make videos on YouTube.
We do.
And God, we actually get a bit of money from it, enough to survive on. We don't need much to survive, so it's enough to survive on.
That's our full-time job. We don't have any other income from anywhere else. It's just what you see is what you get. Okay,
last question, because the light is fading and we need to go back and check on the dogs.
The dogs are here. One of them's here.
Oh, one of them's here. Completely forgot.
Oh, yeah, I forgot as well. Stop the blinking video. Hello. Oh, you have been such a good baby today, haven't you? You like it in here? Yeah. Such a good little doggy, isn't he? So good. Anyway, one more question, then we better start packing up.
This is another question from Facebook from Greta Halliday. When you have finished travelling in the far distant future, where do you think you will base yourself permanently? Will you stay in Spain? Sarah's going to stay in Spain and I'm going to bugger off somewhere else.
We've already talked about it.
This is a little discussion argument we had earlier.
No, I think we will probably stay in Spain. It is home. Never say never, of course, or never say forever, of course. But at the moment, I think we will probably live in Spain. I think we're going to call it a day today now. We have finished work for the day, if you like. And you know what? Mañana otro día. Tomorrow is another day. And tomorrow will be a more productive day, I am sure. I mean, we've done quite well today, believe it or not, because we've talked a lot. Mainly answering your questions. We didn't expect to get so many questions. We've had loads and loads and loads, which is really cool. So we'll have to continue to answer them as the vlogs go on, I think. But for now, we'll see you all tomorrow morning. What's happening tomorrow, my love?
Well, we're not going to go to the castle. We're gonna have a more productive day. We had a relaxed start to the day today, but tomorrow we're gonna come down here bright and early. Yeah, little gremlin.
He's ready to go and see Dizzy, I think.
That's what he was just saying in doggy language, yeah.
Oh, it's bloody well hot today.
So while Sarah tops up on her tan and does some sunbathing, I'm going to head down to the van and carry on with the build.
We are going to go down to the van immediately, actually. We're just literally having our coffees. I think we're in the wrong attire for sunbathing on the roof.
Definitely not wearing joggers today.
We're going to work our little bottoms off, aren't we, darling? The next few days we've got good weather, dry weather, and we are going to really crack on and get it done. Anyway. We've got a little favour to ask you now, actually, and it's very simple. It's a small favour, and it's please can you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Basically it's free and easy to do. All you need is a Gmail account, and then you can just go onto YouTube and open an account and subscribe, free. And it just means so much to us. It makes such a big difference, especially at the moment while the channel is struggling a little bit with new subbies and things like that. So please, if you're not subscribed already, can you please do that?
And if you've got a partner, get them to subscribe as well, because then you can watch twice.
Oh yeah.
And then you can both individually message us.
If you're a couple and you've just got one account, then the other half could open a Gmail, get a Gmail account.
Not desperate at all.
We're not desperate. Do we sound? Are we sounding desperate, darling?
No, we're not.
But seriously, it does really help us out. That would be lovely. So I hope you can all join us next Thursday, where we can show you some real cool stuff.
There's going to be stuff going on. We're going to get stuff done this week. Enough's enough. It's time to get this van finished. And
we hope you've enjoyed the video today. Sorry if we didn't get around all of the questions. We'll continue to answer those as the vlogs go on, and we'll see you all next Thursday.
Yes, we will. Take care, guys. See you next week.
No, but we may as well own it, because it's only 5 minutes walk from the house. So
that's confusing, isn't it?
I thought that was that.
We thought this camera turned off and it was the other camera. Does my hair look alright, darling, by the way?
Let's have a look.
My personal stylist.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Always taking a mickey out of me. See, this is how she is in real life.
No, you're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
So a few more quick fire round up. So last set of quick fire. Why can't I speak?
So last set of quick fire question answered what?
Ready? So last set of questions from Instagram.